now about a third of the way into the season. You think it's too early to talk about awards, Grant?
You know, B.A., it depends on the award, if I'm being honest. MVP and Rookie of the Year, that's way too early. Well, you can begin to see the guys who are in the running for Most Improved or Sixth Man.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Down low to be the tenacious pair of Butler and Draymond. Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. And it's Moody in at the 3. Now here's Moody. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Suggs against Curry. Suggs, the pass to Bane. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
Bane with the hops.
Well, after the Magic traded away Dwight Howard back in 2012, seems like they spent about a decade in limbo, Grant.
That's so true, B.A. And once they finally committed to building through the draft, the turnaround was pretty rapid, showing the upside of drafting and developing from the ground up.
Now here's Wagner. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Suggs outside, fires the 3. The rebound by Moody. And here are the Warriors now. It's a 5-point game, and this is their first time matched up with Orlando this year.
These teams were similar last year, both in how they treated this head-to-head matchup and where they finished in the standings.
Well, in terms of where they sit in the league, these teams are both in the middle of the pack, but both are looking to take the next step.
Here's Banchero, following the score by Golden State. Back to Suggs. Takes a 3. That shot, no good. And it's Butler with the ball for the Warriors. They're moving on after the tough loss at the hands of the Pelicans.
And you know, I mean, they played with great energy all the way through. Just fell a little bit short.
Yeah, and sometimes that's what happens in this league. You can play your A game and still get beat.
And here are the Magic now, following the score by Golden State.
This is what makes Banchero a difficult cover, his ability to pass it well in screen and rolls.
Pass to Green. Outside Moody. And here's Curry. Launches a 3. Pure from three-point range. And that ties it up.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now here's Banchero. 9 points for him in his last game. And it's Wagner missing. Outside Podziemski to the paint. And stolen by Bane. Banchero passes to Wagner from the arc. And Banchero with the bucket. And the assist by Wagner. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Magic out in front. They lead by 3. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And for Orlando, what jumps out to you guys, stat-wise?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
On the floor for the Warriors. Quentin Post out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's DeAnthony Melton. Then it's Buddy Hield. And it's Kuminga in at the 3.
Long-range shots like that, almost effortless for Hield. Every chance he gets, he'll take that shot.
Now here's Wagner. Pass to Isaac. Now here's Black. Now Wagner. Good work defensively by Post.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
From deep, Melton. De Silva with the rebound. Here's Orlando. And out of bounds. The Warriors will take it. Taking a look at some numbers here for Stephen Curry. Orlando making some changes. Desmond Bane comes in for Wagner. And it's Jalen Suggs in for Black. The Warriors also with a sub. Curry's checked in. There's a minute 54 left in the half. And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just one or two major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for the Warriors. And you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Pass to Curry. Outside Butler. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Wagner looking it over. Back to Payne. Takes the three. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. And this is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
Here's Wagner. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Here's De Silva. And another miss by Orlando. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Outside Butler. Over Wagner. De Silva with the rebound. The Magic have got none of their first 3 shots to fall so far in the second. Inside to win the drought. And it's good on the layup.
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead it to the score.
Outside Curry. 12 seconds left in the first half. 6 on the shot clock. From deep three-point land. No good.
We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
And we thank you for joining us at halftime. The Golden State Warriors are in a closely contested game.
They look great on offense. The ball is flying around. Guys are getting open. It's enjoyable to watch.
Especially for those of us who are brought up playing the game this way.
And since we have a chance, let's see our award winners, Players of the Week. In the West, Nikola Jokic.
The talent of the Jokers being recognized. Big achievements for the big man from Serbia. He's one of those players that can win at any time.
Yeah, he's asked to do a lot, I'm telling you, but he ends up doing it, and he gets a lot of triple-doubles, Shaq.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. On the wing, it'll be Bane and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the 1. That's who's out there for Orlando. Here's Butler. Great D that time from Banchero. Magic shooting only 42%. Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Grant?
Well, he's been shouldering the load for a long time, but what separates him from the pack is his sheer will and his IQ. So he might just surprise us a little. Yeah, this is a part of Banchero's game they'd like to develop here in the league.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, Draymond Green is getting serious in the weight room. He said, one thing I learned is you have to lift weights. I was always naturally strong, so I was like, what do I need to lift for? These guys can't move me right now. But your body needs to be able to withstand the pounding of a long season. Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. We are now into November, so let's check in on the standings in the Western Conference. You look at the Warriors, not the start they were hoping for. They're in the bottom half of their conference. Wagner up top. Moody defends. Orlando moving the ball around. Picked by Carter. The three from Bane. Nails it from 3. Bane's got 5.
Yeah, Bane is dangerous from three-point land. The defense has to chase him off that line.
In terms of two-way guards, Grant, Desmond Bane is as good as any. What do you see in his game?
Well, just look at him, B.A. Bane is so strong. That really helps him there on the defensive end. And offensively, a lights-out three-point shooter.
The 3 from Banchero. And again, it's Orlando with a 3.
And Banchero has some range already. I mean, I want to see him continue to drain these shots.
And Steve Kerr wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Checked in for Suggs. Let's have a look at the leaderboard now and see the toughest defensive teams in the league these past 10 games. 5th, Orlando.
Well, their defense over the last 10 games has been exceptional. They're really getting after it and communicating well on that end of the floor.
we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Kuminga, the pass to Curry. To the inside. Here's Post. Banked it in off the glass.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Orlando leading by 3. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Carter, a screen on Hield. Some room here for Bane. And Orlando tacks on 2 more.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
To the middle. It's hauled in by the Magic.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Wagner, right side. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And so it's Orlando closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be right back with you shortly. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Keep everything sharp, keep the cuts hard, cutting through contact, passes sharp, and the ball's going to fall for us. We can't give up the easy ones down here, right?
Now, Coach Kerr, all he's asking is that his team be more precise in their decision-making.
Yeah, absolutely. He's aware of just how special they are when they're playing smart basketball.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. On the floor for the Warriors, Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. Down low, it'll be the tenacious pair of Butler and Draymond. And it's Moody in at the small forward position. Butler from downtown. Oh, Butler with the confidence from the perimeter.
Yeah, pretty dependable from the corner 3 spot. Butler only fires those threes he feels comfortable taking.
Wagner with a screen on Curry. Suggs! Can't get the 3. Warriors trail by 4. Here's Podziemski. Green outside. Stephen Curry! Misses the 3!
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Carter fires! Butler rips down the board.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Stolen by Bane. Outside Banchero. Beyond the arc. Oh, it doesn't go. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for the Warriors. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Curry. Here's Green. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. Curry splashing one down from 3.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. Coach was urging his team to play strong defense, reminding them no easy hoops, give effort, and help when needed. They do say defense wins championships, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Wagner on the wing. Moody defends.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Three-point lead. Curry surveys. Suggs pulls it down. Now Banchero. Aggressive in the lane. Banchero.
Oh, no holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oh, the long ball, no good. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Second team foul. The line for Orlando, Wendell Carter. Shoots.
Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. That's off as well, so he misses both. Timeout called, the Warriors. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Searching for a fast bucket, then a way to stretch things out.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
and looking for a quick bucket here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
Stephen Curry.
And you can trust Curry in these moments. The pressure doesn't affect his shooting ability, and he knows how to deliver. Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Jalen Suggs.
We got this. We got this.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
All but over now. Those free throws help seal the deal.
Curry! Can't hit it. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. 4th team foul. For Orlando, Franz Wagner. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, nice execution off the inbounds. They caught the defense napping on the perimeter.
So a close game here sees Orlando taking this one. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
And BA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. And time now to introduce our player of the game, Paolo Banchero.